snatched or removed, if this is here, because it seems like she was being watched like a hawk.
No, she wasn't. Hey everybody, welcome or welcome back. AKARI is just up there doing her thing. I'm not quite sure what she's doing, to be honest. So we're just gonna let her do her thing. I just didn't want her to like drop down at some point and like scare you guys. Like she's gonna scare me. But I was scrolling through YouTube last night looking for something interesting enough to go to sleep to, but not too interesting that I'm gonna stay up and watch it. If you relate, let me know. And I came across a Madeleine McCann psychic reading, and these aren't new. This sort of thing is not new. But it's interesting that this psychic reading has come out around the same time as the new documentary. So I thought we would take a look at this reading and then see what detective work we can do in terms of this documentary, how the timelines work out, and also if they are just making shit up or if they are carefully picking and choosing what they take out of this documentary. So with all that being said, go grab your drink. I have completely forgotten mine, so I'm gonna have to go and get one, and let's jump over to the video. Okay, so this is the video that I was talking about that I found. It's by I said it perfectly off camera. Antphrodite. It's like Aphrodite, but Antphrodite. Don't know why that tripped me up then. What happened to Madeleine McCann? Update psychic reading, because he's done one of these before. All money stuff. And then right at the bottom, these are for entertainment. Why can I not speak? These are for entertainment purposes only. Right down the bottom. Like anybody is reading that. Okay, well, let's just get started. I do have my drink now, so I only got about a minute into this before I went, no, I'm doing a video on this.
Hello, Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic, back to you again with another reading. So today is May 7th, 2025, at least when I upload this. And that officially marks 8 years of me making content. I started 8 years ago today. I'm so grateful and thankful for each and every one of you for allowing me to have my dreams come true.
Right, so he recorded it before he uploaded it, which is normal, but we do need to take that into account. There's 5th, 6th, 25, so I think this could be a recording, like a date, so possibly recorded it on the 5th. Okay, cool, we'll keep that in mind.
So in honor of that, I feel like I should do something a little special. So we're redoing my most popular video ever, which is my Madeleine McCann reading that I did 5 years ago. It has 429k views. I know I've never hit over 500k, let alone a million yet. We're manifesting. It'll happen one day. But yeah, so I cannot watch this video. Watching myself from like 5 years ago or even longer is just very cringe and very hard. I definitely am way better at what I do now, and I figured out the formula and
figured out the formula for psychic reading or for YouTube. Maybe we should go back and check out that video. I wasn't going to, but perhaps we should.
Yeah, let's see if I can maybe get a little bit more information on the disappearance of Madeleine McCann and maybe a little more information on the suspects. I know there was an update in 2020, so remember, these readings are all legend for tapers only, and let's get started.
How fast could you say that? You like blurred your words together saying it that fast. Oh, do we do this one first and then go back? I'm asking you like you can actually answer me. No, I just have to make my own decisions. No. How long is it? Let's do some research. Oh, so he's done... Oh, really? I mean, a lot of these are just... Really? Oh, this is disgusting. I mean, I'm not surprised, but like some of them are just drama bait and like whatever, but a lot of these, it's just awful. Oh, I'm a sassy psychic mixing tarot with modern internet culture. Check out my psychic tarot readings on some of your favourite celebrities, influencers and YouTubers. Yeah, that wouldn't be a problem. I don't care if you do a psychic reading on Kim Kardashian or Selena Gomez or Tom Hardy or Ryan Reynolds. I don't care. But when, like, as long as you're not like accusing them of like Diddy level stuff or whatever. Like if it's just like on the surface, mundane rumour type crap, fine, whatever. But this, Madeleine McCann, other missing kids, flight MH370, that was more difficult than it needed to be. Tragedies. It's tragedy baiting, and it's tragedy baiting in the worst way. And this person isn't the only person doing it, but it's just disgusting. And people believe this stuff. It's 18 minutes. Okay, let's just watch it. And then we'll go back to the first one.
Hello. This is Antphrodite, your pop culture psychic, here for another psychic reading. Now, we are going to be doing another highly requested reading. This is going to be a reading on Madeleine McCann. So definitely a very heavy topic. I'm not super familiar with the entire story. I haven't watched a documentary or anything on it, so you might see me talking to the chat from Twitch to kind of understand a little bit better. But what we're going to be going over is kind of, we're going to try and see what happened with her, allegedly, and maybe get a little bit more insight on the situation. So remember, this is all, for entertainment. I am not, a super, sleuth or anything like that. This is just tarot, and let's just go ahead and go.
But you're a psychic. Sorry, my brain's like combusting right now. How can you claim to be a psychic, but then claim to know nothing? It's almost as if you know it's a load of crap. I need to stop saying you. Also, looking at the live chat. Did he say Twitch chat? I don't recall. But looking at the live chat, no, he couldn't even be bothered to research a case to manipulate off. So he's got to cold read off of a live chat. Who do know? Wow.
Whew, it's gonna be a heavy one, boys and girls. Hope you guys are ready. Okay, so from what I know, okay, the little that I know is that she went missing, right? It was a little girl who went missing. Now, the problem I have is I automatically pulled Pentacles, which means money has to be involved and exchanged. So the Two of Pentacles would be like an exchange between two people. That's like business. The Page of Pentacles is about expectations not being met, and the Nine of Pentacles is about other people. So to me,
what's he looking at?
I'm a little bit concerned about this right off the bat, because this is money exchanged, and this is like money to be made. That's concerning for me. That should not be the first pull. In a missing persons case, in a, a child, anything like that concerns me. I don't like that one either. Okay, so what? Okay, so the King of Wands is upright. Now the King of Wands is aggressive, okay, passionate, and a little bit, passion, wands. I don't like that. So the Nine of Wands is like chaos. It's like a problem. It's like things getting worse. So clearly that's kind of what happened to her. She got thrown into a chaotic place. But the Ten of Wands is a burden not worth having. So that's like releasing the burden of the situation. This reads as scapegoat. That's what I'm worried about, is this reads as scapegoat. This literally reads as scapegoat. This reads as scapegoat. This literally is bothering me tremendously.
I'm actually gonna get my own tarot cheat sheet because I don't think what he's saying is correct. It might be, but I'm not sure. I'll be right back. Right. So what did he say? Yeah, Two of Pentacles. I'd love to know what deck he's using. I don't even know which one's which. But anyway, he was Wands. The King of Wands. No, he's wrong. The King of Wands upright, which it is, he said that himself, is positive. It's leadership, vision, bigger picture, taking control, daring decisions, boldness, and optimism. Reversed is forceful, domineering, tyrant, vicious, powerless, ineffective, and weak. So upright, it's like a positive leader. It's a very positive thing. Reversed would be like an aggressive leader, like a tyrant. So he's already wrong. And then 9 and 10. 9 is upright. It's last stand, persistence, grit, resilience, perseverance, close to success, and fatigue. So it's sort of like you're nearly there, don't give up, things will get better. And then 10 is reversed. Failure to delegate, shouldering too much responsibility, collapse and breakdown. I guess it could be interpreted as releasing something not worth having, because 10s are the ends of cycles. But 1s is your like wants and your desires. And then 10 is fulfillment or celebration, but it's like an end of a cycle. So if it was reversed, it would be the opposite of fulfillment and celebration. So it would be more... Yeah, no, okay, I guess I'll let him off with the 10 of wands, but the king, he completely manipulated for his own narrative, and I can't tell... I really wish I knew what deck he was using, because I can't tell what this card is supposed to be, and I can't really tell what that one's supposed to be, and then that one is the 9 of Pentacles, which he didn't reference at all, I don't think, did he?
Whew, it's gonna be a heavy one, boys and girls. Hope you guys are ready. Okay, so from what I know, okay, the little that I know is that she went missing, right? It was a little girl who went missing. Now, the problem I have is I automatically pulled Pentacles, which means money has to be involved and exchanged.
No. Pentacles is your possessions, your health, your career, your life, like your earthbound stuff. So it could just be the fact it's their daughter, it's their child. It doesn't have anything to do with money, it's just your earthly possessions, and technically your child is a possession until they have like a sense of autonomy, but she was 3, so technically a possession.
So the 2 of Pentacles...
But why are you referencing the 2? There isn't... Normally, like card art, they have... Like, I wouldn't say that this is a 2 of something. I can't see like sticks for wands. I can't see swords. I can't see cups. I can't see money. A lot of the time the cards will have like a number, or I mean they have something on them, but I can't work out what they are. Can I try and reverse image search this deck? This video wasn't supposed to take me that long. I should know better by now, shouldn't I? No, I can't find it, not immediately, anyway. Maybe I can find it later, but as of right now, that's a no. I'm gonna put that over there, just in case it vibrates, and then at least it's not vibrating on my desk. Right, so where were we?
But the 10 of Wands, the burden not worth having. So that's like releasing the burden of the situation. This reads as scapegoat. That's what I'm worried about, is this reads as scapegoat. This literally reads as scapegoat.
No, it doesn't.
This reads as scapegoat. This literally is
oh my god,
bothering me.
Shut up!
Because look, I pulled the Page of Cups, okay? I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay, I pulled the Page of Cups, the 4 of Wands reversed, and the 6 of Swords reversed. So this is the traveling. This is the travel card, and it's reversed.
So now you've said what all of those cards are. Why didn't you do that the first time? And I also wasn't listening.
The Page of Cups, okay?
Page of Cups.
I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay, I pulled the Page of Cups, the 4 of Wands reversed, and the 6 of Swords reversed.
Right, Page of Cups. I am really testing my memory. Page of Cups upright is idealism, sensitivity, dreamer, naivety, innocence, inner child, head in the clouds. I forgot the middle one. Was it the 4 of Wands? I think it was the 4 of Wands. Reversed, lack of support, instability, feeling unwelcome, transcendence, lack of root, home conflict. I see why he's taken these. And then the 5 of Swords, I think it was. Reconciliation, resolute, compromise, revenge, regret, remorse, cutting losses. So basically, he's going to say that this one represents Madeleine, this one represents whatever the hell I just said, home conflict and being unwelcome, blah blah blah, and then she was sold, the money transferred, and then this was the resolution. That's where I think he's going with that.
So this is the traveling. This is the travel card, and it's reversed. So I understand. If I'm not mistaken, hopefully you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm not mistaken, she went missing when they were traveling, right? And the 4 of Wands is the change of environment, so she was pulled from her environment. But the Page of Cups is upright. This is like sensitivity and attachment and investment. So I'm confused as to when she would have been snatched or removed, if this is here, because it seems like she was being watched like a hawk.
No, she wasn't. Weren't they given, like, Calpol or something to make them go to sleep? And then they were left in a hotel room on their own while the parents were down the road having fucking dinner. Watched like a hawk. Please.
And if the King of Wands is upright, I'm really concerned. I'm wondering if the dad knows more. There's the family card and there's the devil card. Okay, knew it. Here's the family card, okay, and here's the devil card.
Yeah, okay, I would say that that's the family card.
Excuse me, not devil, it's death.
Oh.
Here's my...
Death. Okay, then that would be transformation. Endings, change, transition, letting go and release. Okay, so we're still possibly going with the dad did it.
Problem. I'm saying devil, but death is pretty much the same thing.
No, but it's
That's a death card. Here's my problem with the Ten of Cups, which is family, and the death card. I don't know how much I'm not super familiar with their story. I don't know what the family is saying, but I'm not certain that you guys are getting the full story, because here's the Queen of Wands. Remember I said I think this is dad?
The Queen of Wands. I mean, of course we're not getting the full story. Those two haven't told the truth in their life. Looks reversed. Demanding, vengeful, low confidence, jealous, selfish, temperamental, and bully.
Here's mom. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. Okay, they go together. But the problem I have here is that this seems to be together, so they know something. Here's the death card, right? So the death card is about a change, and the death card is also about, like, you know, things happening when it's upright that we're at least somewhat aware of. It's rare that you pull an upright death and there's not some sort of knowledge of the situation. And if I pull the family card and the Queen of Wands reverse, it tells me that the person to crack will be the mom. Person that's going to crack and give more information will be the mom. But I'm not completely convinced that they're telling you guys 100% the truth. There is something that is really bothering me. It's really bothering me. I don't understand why that, how, I don't understand that. That's bothering the hell out of me. The Six of Cups is the past, the Six of Pentacles is upright, and the Five of Cups is reversed. So the Five of Cups is about wanting to prevent disappointments. The Six of Pentacles, again, money, that's like an exchange. It's an
No, it isn't. I mean, it could be, but not always. Just because it's got money on it doesn't mean it's about money. Six of Pentacles upright. Generosity, charity, community, material help, support, sharing, giving and receiving, and gratitude. It is a very positive card. But no, that doesn't fit his narrative, so he's not going to say that, is he? We've also got, what was that? The Four of Cups reversed. Clarity, awareness, acceptance, choosing happiness, depression and negativity. So it's the you're feeling stuck step of a journey, and it's the acceptance of, right, this is what I need to do to get unstuck. And then I don't remember, what was it? The Five of Cups reversed. Acceptance, moving on, finding peace, contentment and seeing positives. So all very positive cards by the most part.
Exchange of money, and the Six of Cups is something that was almost...
Oh, Six of Cups. That looks like the five. Okay. Six of Cups would be stuck in the past, moving forward, leaving home and independence. It looks like five to me, but maybe I can't see it properly.
Planned. Whoever did this to her had some sort of plan. I'm not sure if they were like looking after her, or if they were just looking for someone and they ended up snatching her.
Yes, of course, somebody that abducts a child has a plan. Especially when it's from a public hotel. Okay.
But this is calculated and it's for financial benefit.
Not necessarily.
This was for financial benefit. So I'm really concerned and confused because there's nothing but money cards. There's
nothing but earth cards. I mean, actually, no. That's a lie. Because I think that's major. I can't tell what that is. That was pentacles. This is pentacles. So that's what? 2 pentacles? And then we've got... Oh, no, that can't be major because it had 2 dots on it. And this is major and that's only got 1 dot on it. That's how I'm telling the difference right now. Because this camera is crap. And then I think 2 cups. It was primarily wands, to be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 cups, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 wands, but no! The 2 pentacles are far more than the 4 cups or the 6 wands. It's all just money. All of it. Fuck off.
Nothing but money cards. Like, whatever this situation is, whatever this, whatever happened to her, there's benefit all around. There's benefit from the people that took her, and there's also benefit from the family.
I mean, this is just going off the conspiracy. Blah, blah. This is just going off the conspiracy for years that the parents sold her, or had a hand in it, or accidentally killed her. Can I say that? I don't know. I don't know what I can say and what I can't say.
There's the devil card. Oh my god, you guys. No. I don't think that the narrative that's been fed to the public is correct.
Something I've noticed, and not everybody does tarot slightly differently, but he's not shuffling. I haven't seen him, like, he did that weird flippy thing at the beginning, but I haven't actually seen him shuffle this entire time. So what are the chances he's put these cards in this specific order to lay them down to tell his narrative? He might not have done that, but it's a possibility because he hasn't been shuffling.
Correct. I don't think that the narrative to the public is correct. I don't think so. Because the High Priestess is trust, and when it's reversed, there's a problem with trust, and the Devil card is manipulation. The narrative has been manipulated.
No, it isn't. The Devil card reverse is independence, freedom, revelation, release, reclaiming power. Upright would be oppression, addiction, obsession, dependency, excess, powerlessness, and limitations. And if we're going by the running theme of words... Oh no, wait, never mind. No, ignore me. The Devil card is upright, so yes, I would put manipulation in the running theme of upright words. Okay, so we've got the High Priestess as well. Reversed is depressed intuition, hidden motive, superficiality, confusion, cognitive dissonance. Yeah, I can see where he's going with it. And then we have the Queen of Cups, it looks like. Compassion, warmth, kindness, intuition, healer, counselor, supportive. That's what he says.
It's been manipulated by a King of Cups. So that's someone...
How did you make that jump? I would if he was intuitively laying cards, like, or asking... The thing is, he's not even asking any questions. He's just laying cards. If he was being like, hey, can I have a card to clarify the King of Cups? And then he pulled something like that. Then I would understand his link between those cards and the King of Cups. But he didn't do that. He's just laying cards out on the table and chatting shit.
Someone who is emotionally invested in this, emotionally attached. It's a King of Cups that the narrative has been manipulated around. I don't believe this. I literally pulled the Ace of Pentacles. It's literally money again.
No. Ace of Pentacles is new opportunities, resources, abundance, prosperity, security, stability, and manifestation. It's the start of something. So it's the start of an earthly thing. So in this case, in the Madeleine McCann case, it could be the start of an investigation. I mean, tarot is very subjective and you can make it fit pretty much anything. But, you know, if we're putting the parents at fault in the narrative, then it's the start of a new beginning, a life without Madeleine where they can actually be happy and blah blah blah. Or it could be, or if we're saying the parents aren't at fault, then it's the start of an investigation and that sort of thing. It's not about the money. Just because it looks like a coin doesn't mean it's about the money.
I've pulled every pentacle basically.
No, you haven't. You've pulled 3.
There's the Two of Wands and the Two of Cups. These are 2 people that are directly benefiting, and the family. Look, allegedly.
Yeah. 2 of Wands, 2 of Cups. I want the significance of 2 just generally. 2 is partnership. Yeah, I get where he's coming from, but 2 of Cups reverse. Separation. Rejection, division, unbalanced, tension, bad communication, withdrawal. And Wands. Bad planning, overanalyzing, not taking action, playing it safe, avoiding risk. If I was trying to shoehorn this into a narrative, then it would be the investigation. Or, I mean, if it's either one that I speculated, if I was doing this properly, it would be... Because the Portuguese police did fuck nothing to be honest. They contaminated the crime scene, they didn't do much of anything, and they viewed the entire case as a burden, to be honest. Or it could have been like bad communication between the parents, or bad decision making between the parents that resulted in their child getting abducted. Not whatever do I have to sit. Why do I do this to myself? Okay.
But Ace of Pentacles is upright with the Two of Wands versus the Two of Cups. I do not think that this is a random occurrence.
Most abductions aren't. They are planned. Whether the parents are involved or not, they are generally planned. If you're going to get away with it, it takes a lot of planning to abduct a child.
I don't think that this is a random occurrence. I don't think that this was just some sort of circumstance. I don't think that this was just some sort of fluke. I don't buy it, okay? If the parents don't know, then someone else does, okay?
Obviously, because somebody took her. Like, she didn't just get up and wander off on her own. Like, obviously somebody knows something. Even if she did get up and wander off on her own, she knows that. So, like, somebody knows something. Obviously, she didn't just, like, poof out of existence.
Because there's definitely some sort of alleged, information prior. 100%.
It's alleged, but it's 100%. Like, pick one, it can't be both. Also, how he's laying these cards out is stressing me out. He's just, like, piling them on top of each other. There's no organisation, there's no clarification, there's no divination involved. He's just putting cards in a pile, and if you're gonna pull the whole deck, it completely, he's not asking questions, he's not clarifying anything, he's just putting cards in a pile. Like, what are you doing?
There's heartbreak, Three of Swords, the Hangman not wanting to let go of this, and the Three of Pentacles job. They're doing this, and they're going to do this as long as they can. Three of
Swords. I hate Three of Swords card. Yeah, heartbreak, separation, sadness, grief, sorrow, upset, loss, trauma, and tears. And then we have the Hangman in upright. Sacrifice, waiting, uncertainty, lack of direction, perspective, and contemplation. Okay, he's technically not wrong.
Man not wanting to let go of this, and the Three of Pentacles job. They're doing this, and they're going to do this as long as they can. Three of Pentacles means that this is like a job for them, so they're going to do whatever they can to benefit from this.
I mean, why else would you abduct a child if you're not benefiting from it? Nobody abducts a child and views it as the biggest inconvenience of their life. Like, you don't want a child, don't abduct a child. What a stupid thing to say.
Hi, where are my empathy cards? What the hell is going on? Where is the empathy? Where is the sympathy? Where is the emotion? Allegedly.
I mean, your cups cards are your emotions, my guy. You've had plenty of them.
I'm not seeing any of it.
Because you're not wanting to see any of it. It doesn't fit your narrative.
Okay, here's what I need. Well, here's my question. What did the dad do for a living? What did the dad do for a living? Were they struggling financially? There's a problem with job? Because if I pull the Three of Pentacles, there's something wrong with career. There's something wrong with career, and I'm wondering if this is a smoke and mirror. This guy's got connections. I think the dad has connections. I'm wondering if they're making it public on purpose to protect him.
Isn't this like the biggest conspiracy theory of all time?
Of Cups is about many possibilities, right? But here's the Three of Cups, and there's the Queen of Swords. Oh, he's got connections. He's got connections. They need to look into his job. He's got connections, and I actually think that his wife might end up getting. I think that his wife and children are potentially like. What is the word? Focused. It's a potential threat against the two of them, because the Three of Cups is there, which means three. Okay, so that means there has to be a third person. There has to be another person outside. So what I'm seeing is this was like the first one, and I think that they're worried about their impact. I think they're worried about, I think they're worried about pulling back, because if they're quiet, then they're less safe than if they're out there.
What are you talking about? What does that mean? It sounds like he's alluding to some sort of like mob adjacent activity happening, and making it public wouldn't make you... I don't see how making it public would make it any safer. Also, when a child goes missing on holiday, it's going to be fucking massive. Of course it is.
I actually think that there's somebody that he's connected to that he met through his job or is connected through job that has kind of pulled a few strings and has threatened him, allegedly. That's what I'm seeing, because this tells me that this isn't all of the things that we know that they've said or known about. That's what I'm seeing.
That's a reach and a half. I mean, I can't actually remember what Jerry did for a job. Is it Jerry? I think it's Jerry. They're both doctors. So, like, what's he alluding to? Oh my, this is so messy. What are you doing? I don't understand if he had some sort of pattern, like he was going, like, left to right, but sometimes it's mostly on the left. Is that because the left... This is stressing me out. This is stressing me out. There's no even attempt at divination here. He's just putting cards in a pile. And there's still 7 minutes of this to go. Like, is he just going to empty the entire deck onto this table?
Yep, 5 of Wands is confrontation, the Tower card is drama, and then here it is.
Tower card's actually my favourite card, so it's not drama, it's upright. It is disaster, destruction, upheaval, trauma, sudden change, chaos. I mean, technically, I guess it could be like drama, but drama, to me, is like rather low level. It's like gossip stuff. A child going missing isn't drama. That's a disaster. That's a catastrophe. If he thinks those two are even slightly comparable, that tells me a lot about him. And then, what was it? The 5 of Wands. A lot of wands here. But he's emptying the entire deck out, so I'm not surprised at this point. 5 is conflict, competition, arguments, aggression, tension, rivals, clashes of ego. And then, I'm not sure what... It's like the Queen of Pentacles. It's got a circle on it. It's generous, caring, nurturing. Homebody, good business sense, practical, comforting, welcoming, sensible, luxurious. So, wait, what? Wait, my memory, I swear. So, to me, it's like there was conflict, then she got abducted, and now everything's cool. I don't know if that's what he's going to say, but that's how it's reading from like a speculative point of view. Oh my god, my hair is driving me nuts.
9 of Pentacles, money.
Oh, is that the 9? That looks like a crown to me. No, that looks like a... That's not a 9. Like, is that why his camera is so bad? So we can just say that they're different cards? Because, like, over here, that... I think that's a number. That's all, like, smudgy and, like, small. This is a king, and that's got a crown on it. That doesn't look like a number. That looks like a crown. Because they have a number or a symbol, and then their type. And then this is a major arcana, so it's just got the 1. But that looks like a crown. And that's a pentacle. He's covered up the other queen, so I can't see it to compare. But I don't think that's the 9. He's just making shit up.
This is a threat. This is a threat.
How?
This is literally a threat.
How?
I think that's why they're kind of trying to collect the coin that they can collect, because they know that it's the only way to protect themselves. See? What did I say? This is the King of Pentacles, and he's reversed. That's job and career. This would be rejection and healing of wounds. Okay, and here we see...
Why didn't you explain the other cards? Yes, Queen. That is a Queen. Yes, the other one wasn't a 9 of Pentacles, it was a Queen.
If you see, it's the Queen of Cups.
Haven't we already... But we've already had the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is down here. I didn't see whether he laid it or if he pulled it, so... unless it wasn't the Queen of Cups before, and it was... Could it have been the king? It looked like a female though, so I don't know. This is why you explain your cards, but he's not doing that because that doesn't fit his narrative.
Themselves. See? What did I say? This is the King of Pentacles, and he's reversed. That's job and career. This would be rejection and healing of wounds. Okay, and here we see, if you see, it's the Queen of Cups. I'm telling you! This is like a threat on his family.
Yeah, that's got to be a king. It looks like the same. It looks the same. Honestly, I'm done with this video. I can't. I'm trying to get to the end. I cannot. I think I've proven enough that he's manipulating the narrative. He's flat out lying about what the cards are. If they don't serve his narrative, he's completely glossing over it. And there's no divination, no even attempt at divination in this. He's just putting down cards. He's not shuffling. He's not asking clarifying questions. There's no order that he's just doing this. He's just putting cards in a pile. So this was 5 years ago. It's complete bullshit. Let's go on to what I actually wanted to focus on and see what he's doing now.
If you guys like this, make sure you join the YouTube members. It's linked down below. There are multiple tiers. There's a join button down below. Tons of exclusive readings you will not get anywhere else. I've done a ton on like Taylor Swift and Joe Alwyn and so much other stuff. Celebrities making pacts with demons, stuff like that. If you like extra videos on hell, just join. You don't want to miss out. All right. Okay, it's been a while since I've done a true crime. All right, so let's look at Madeleine McCann, what happened, suspects. That's actually crazy that the death card is...
He's using the same deck. Does he only have one deck, or did he go back and check to see what deck he used?
Is the card that I pulled for what happened. Okay, that's usually not that literal, but okay. Okay, so the Six of Cups is reversed. So that's Six of Cups is the past reversed. Six of Cups is also sometimes like child, like mother to child. So it being reversed makes sense. She was left alone. And then the High Priestess is trust. So to me, I need clarification. Temperance. Okay, so temperance is patience. So that means somebody was waiting for the right opportunity. High Priestess.
He needs clarification. Again, he's still not shuffling.
They were waiting for the right opportunity. But the Six of Pentacles is reversed, which is a breaking of commitment. So I can tell you whoever did this said they were going to be somewhere else that they weren't. It's an opportunistic energy. The Six of Pentacles is also currency. High Priestess, Seven of Pentacles, Justice. What's weird is the Temperance card means there had to have been talks about this person. This person has to have been like, there had to have been whispers. Like someone who people were suspecting was guilty. It's interesting, well, or maybe just locals. It's hard to tell with that card how widespread the information was. But what's interesting is High Priestess is about trust. It's strange to me that I'm pulling cards of someone that would be... Okay, let me explain to you what this would mean. High Priestess would mean that this is somebody that is close to the family in some way or close to wherever they were staying. So let me give you a few examples of what that could mean. That could be like...
Hello, you got your paw stuck. There we go. Let's have a AKARI break. We need a break right now. Hey, AKARI. Yeah, hey, baby. You come to see us? Yeah. Oh, you trying to get back up there? It's because I closed the door. Sorry, baby. It's because Daddy is working. Yeah. And he's being noisy. Because he has to be. Because he's working. Here you go. Hello. Okay, but every time I touch you, she doesn't let me pick up that much. Okay. She's on the windowsill. Oh my god, is that what my hair's looked like this entire time?
Like, one of the parents' co-workers' friends. Or it could be someone where they were staying, like the hotel employees, they were staying at a hotel employee's friend or something. There's something related. I'm inclined to believe that it has to be someone who had access to wherever she was staying.
Of course they had access to wherever she was staying. She went missing from her hotel room.
This is someone who could maybe be let into the door or let in through a car, just someone who was given access. Now, I don't know if it was a direct, like that doesn't necessarily mean that they were directly given access or they were just a familiar face and so they were trusted.
It was a hotel. You don't need to be a familiar face or a trusted presence in a hotel. A hotel has a revolving door of strangers in it. That's the entire point. She went missing from a daycare or her house or something like that or school. Sure, yeah, I get that. But this was a hotel on holiday in a different country. Oh my god.
Priestess means they were trusted. So that could be like someone who like you've never suspected them of doing anything, so you didn't think it was weird that they were there. Or maybe they needed to get into a room and you're like, oh, okay, I know you're staying here. I'll let you into the room, but you end up being able to break into Madeleine's room. Do you see what I mean? So there has to have been some level of familiarity or quote unquote trust that got this person into the door or
No, you can just walk into a hotel and come and go as you please. There's assumed trust in a hotel. What the fuck are you talking about? Also, can we talk about how many subscribers does he have? For 250k subscribers, I would expect his camera quality to be a lot better than it is. Like, this background is just shaking, quivering the whole time. His lighting is appalling. Like, mine's not much better, let's be fair, but his lighting is appalling. I only have 200 subscribers, so like, that's my excuse. The frame is pretty enough, I guess, but like, give me a couple hours on Photoshop or whatever, I could do the same. But the camera quality is still appalling, that the cards are blurry, and it's not just cards being cards. Like, for comparison, let's hop over to, I don't know, let's go Kino. It is slightly, like, a little tiny bit blurry, but I can read all of this, and the background is like so much more aesthetic. And yeah, even if she had like a side camera over here like he does, it would still, like, the camera quality alone would still be like so much better. It's a gripe, I know, and she does have more subscribers than him, but her channel specifically has been this quality for a very long time. Not the point, I just wanted like a comparison. Like, why are your cards so blurry? Unless he's doing it on purpose. Is there like any difference in quality between this one and this one? I mean, the setup's slightly different, but there's a slight improvement, I think, but not much. Anyway.
Into the area to where you wouldn't suspect it. Does that make sense? So
no.
It's a little confusing, but hopefully that makes sense. Now, Hierophant is about following through with a plan. Justice card and Seven of Pentacles. Once again, there is some level of, there's a methodical approach about this. Like, this is not a random act. I don't believe this is a random act. This is very thought out, very planned. And Temperance to me also
child abductions normally are.
Indicates that there should be two people, one person communicating. Again, Temperance card would be like if you were the front desk of a hotel and you were able to tell who was in what.
You wouldn't know. Expecting somebody at a major hotel, like a large hotel, expecting them to remember who is coming and going, who is just a visitor, who is actually staying in the hotel, who's just there for the restaurant, who's just there for the pool, who's just there for the room, is insane. Like, if it was a small, quaint B&B with like 6 rooms, sure, maybe. But this, from recollection, this was like a big hotel, like one of those all-inclusive types of places. What are you talking about?
You call that? Who was in what room, right? So what's interesting too is that the Seven of Pentacles and the Justice card to me is like a little bit of blackmail. Right,
so you clarified this card with 2 cards, you clarified this card with 3 cards for whatever reason, and now you're just going straight over the top. Why are you not? Why? If he was like shuffling and more cards fell out for one than the other, fine, I understand that. But if you're just laying okay.
We have the Four of Pentacles reversed. See what I mean? It's weird. 9 of Swords and 8 of Wands. It's like if someone were to do something for blackmail, but they took it a step further.
So you're still going with this blackmail rhetoric. Also, I hate that card. That is awful. No, thank you.
Wait a minute. Wait. There's 2 things going on at once.
My frustration and your bullshit?
See, this is why I like to read you old readings, because I've gotten better at this. And I've realized when wires are crossing. 5 years ago, I would have never been able to distinguish this difference. So the 6 of Swords is the travel card. That makes sense. They were traveling. The Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups. I think that all edge of friendshippers only. I think that there was a plan to rob them. I think there was a plan to take something from wherever they were staying or wherever they were at. To me, there's a methodical approach. That's where the trust breaking is. It's like if I were to direct you to go somewhere to like steal something or take something from people, okay? And that's why it feels like there's someone close to them or someone that was trusted that broke that trust, right? That's what that piece is. So I don't know what part of that. I don't know if it's the hotel they were staying at, if they were even staying in a hotel. I don't know if it's just someone on the street. I don't know, but there's some form of like someone here was trying to direct someone to do something. So basically what I see is like someone as a lookout, okay? Someone who was scouting them out, someone who could even have said, introduced themselves to them, telling someone else to go and do something. So for me, it's like it reminds me of like a ring, like a scammer ring. Like if two people were like, okay, I'm gonna give you, the people that you can rob, and then you're gonna rob them, and that's what it feels like to me, because it feels like the initial intent to me feels like it was money motivated. It feels like it was money motivated. It feels like it was.
Don't understand how you're getting that from the cards that you're getting, but okay. Because you've got the Four of Pentacles reversed, which would be generosity, giving, spending, openness, financial insecurity, and reckless spending. So basically giving more than you have. No, this isn't making sense, because it would be the Seven of Wands up reversed, which is giving up, admitting defeat, basically. I think that was the 8 or 9 of Swords reversed, which is more of the same either way. It's taking control, facing fears, or it's like learning to cope and finding help. So it's just sort of different stages of the same reclaiming your power journey. And then you got the Four of Pentacles reversed, which is what we already went over, which could be like financial insecurity, even debt, maybe reckless spending, like bad financial decisions. Which, if I were trying to shoehorn this in, it could be them accepting that Madeleine's gone, and then because they stayed out there a lot longer than they were obviously originally planning to, because they didn't want to go home without her. I don't particularly trust that the parents are innocent in this. I don't think that at all, but that's just my opinion. Then it would be the Page of Cups, which is idealism, naivety, innocence, and then the Knight of Cups is idealistic, tactful, diplomatic, negotiator, and then the Six of Wands reversed is failure. So I think this is why he's talking about blackmail. Like something happened, and they tried to regain control because of this bad spending, debt maybe, and then I'm not saying any of this is true, I'm just following the card patterns of the bullshit, and then they try and regain control and negotiate, but it goes wrong, and then they lose Madeleine. That's where I think he's going with that.
Either robbing or blackmail, okay? Those the two that stick out to me. And so 5 years ago, I would have been like, oh my God, that's like, there's some sort of like, they're in cahoots. Like, oh my God, they're trying to take that girl and sell her for money, whatever. But Ant in 2025 is able to distinguish the cross wires. I think that someone acted rogue. I don't know if I believe that someone was trying to sell this girl for money or anything like that. I don't know if I necessarily believe that the parents are all that involved. Okay, I can see why it looks that way, because when I read the tarot, I could see that. And without all the experience, that I could understand why that would look that way. But what I think happened is whoever got there into that place that she was staying, whoever got into the building changed their mind when they saw her. So it's almost like they went in there to get blackmail or to steal something or rob them, whatever, and then they saw her there and took an opportunity.
But that doesn't make any sense, because her siblings were also in that room. So why would you only take one? And why that one? I mean, there are two far younger children in there. Much easier to control, much easier to get out, much easier to explain away, like a crying baby at like whatever time it was that night. Far more easier to explain. No, I don't think he's watched the documentary. I don't think he's pulled information from the documentary. I did fall asleep watching the documentary last night, so I haven't finished it. But from the information that has been released that I am aware of, because I did fall asleep and I only have a limited time to get this recorded, it looks like it was a German man, or at least he's the prime suspect, this German man, and he was looking for a specific type of girl, and Madeleine fit that criteria, as unfortunate as that is.
That is bone chilling. Because look at this. So the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups is acting on emotional impulse and getting obsessive about something. And then the Six of Swords reverse, which again, that's the travel card, but that's about not being able to change. So it's almost like if someone had a compulsion to do something and they couldn't stop it, they had an emotional compulsion. Well, I'll leave it there. I think you guys understand this case pretty well, so I feel like I need to explain anything that happened in this case. You guys know it already. But the Hermit's reversed, the Moon is upright, and the Two of Pentacles. See what I mean? So again, we have Pentacles. I'm just very proud of myself for being able to get better at doing this. So the Hermit is reversed. So again, that's like pulling her out of her home, right? That makes sense. The Moon is about deception though. That's lies. And the Two of Pentacles is an uneven exchange, and it's money cards. So
no, it's not. It's Earth cards. Hermit reversed. Loneliness, recluse, being antisocial, rejection, returning to society. I wouldn't necessarily say that the Hermit reverses her being pulled from her home. I mean, I can kind of see it, but it's loose. Because the Hermit's all about sort of like withdrawing to find yourself sort of energy. So reversed would just be like withdrawing for self-sabotage, I guess. So I mean, very, very loosely, it could be she was withdrawn from safety, the safety of her family, but it's loose. And then we have the Moon upright, which is, yeah, about illusion, confusion, complexity, secrets. Okay, I see that one. Okay, then that card was the Two of Pentacles. I couldn't figure that out in the last video because I can't see any pentacles on it. So reversed would be imbalance, unorganized, overwhelmed, chaos, overextended. So yeah, I see what he means about like an unbalanced exchange, but it's not necessarily an unbalanced exchange. It's just something in your life, in your physical, so your family, your career, your money, your possession, something physical, something tangible to you is unbalanced. It's not necessarily to do with money. So, I mean, having your daughter ripped out of your life would unbalance your family. That is an unfair exchange. You lose your daughter and you get nothing back. But yeah, it's not necessarily about money.
You left empty-handed. Why did you leave empty-handed? Because you took something else. You took her. Two of Pentacles is reversed. So again, the intent here, I believe, was to grab something of theirs for ransom, blackmail, or money. And then somebody couldn't resist when they saw her, which is horrible.
Which doesn't make any sense, because if you were taking something for ransom, then a child would have been the perfect thing, would it not? And then you issue the ransom notice and you get your money or whatever it is that you wanted, and then they get their child back. Or potentially not, if you want to screw them over. That, oh no, I'm going to take your Rolex or your laptop for ransom. That doesn't make any sense. People take family and loved ones for ransom for a reason. That would have been the perfect thing for a ransom. Right, okay.
See, the Three of Wands is reversed, and the Ten of Cups and the Knight of Wands is reversed too. So to me, the Three of Wands is like being separated from your family, and the Knight of Wands, I can tell you this, I'm telling you, someone around the family at that time knows exactly what happened, but refuses to say anything because the plan was originally something else, and this person that they were working with went rogue. That's what I think happened. And you know, we may never get the full truth on this story, and if they ever get the suspect, they may lie about it, but this is what I believe is happening. And I think this is where the money is coming into play, because it went from a scheme to, oh shit, this person went rogue and did something crazy. That's really what I think happened. That's why I see blackmail. That's why I see all this whatever. Because the initial intent versus what actually happened were two different things. So when I'm in this energy, I can see their motivation, but what I did not realize the last time is that there are two different motivations here. One is the original motivation, and two is the motivation that switches when he sees the little girl. It's messed up. World upright.
He sees the little girl? Maybe he did watch the documentary. Three of Wands reversed is like lack of progress, delays, frustration. The Knight of Wands reversed is reckless, impatient, lack of self-control. And then the Ten of Cups is happiness. See, that doesn't make any sense. So you've got like this delay frustration card, and then you've got like, oh, happiness, everything's okay, the journey's at its end. We got everything that we wanted. With 10, journey's technically not at its end, but like we're very happy and secure. And then reckless, impatient, self-control issues. It's not tracking for me. Of course, he's going to shoehorn it into his narrative, but it's not tracking.
They may lie about it, but this is what I believe is happening. I think this is where the money is kind of rogue and did something crazy. That's why I see blackmail. That's why I see all this whatever. Because the initial intent versus what actually happened were two different things. So when I'm in this energy, I can see the motivation, but what I did not realize the last time is that there are two different motivations here. One is the original motivation, and two is the motivation that switches when he sees the little girl.
Poor reverse. Feeling unwelcome, home conflict, instability. You're going to tell me what that is?
It's messed up. World upright, 4 of Wands.
World. Completion, achievement, fulfillment.
Reverse, and 3 of Swords reverse.
3 of Swords. Healing, forgiveness, reconciliation. So feeling unwelcome, then achievement, and then forgive. Okay. Oh, you can see him thinking.
I also...
Those cogs are turning. He's like, shit, I can't make this work. How do I make this work?
The world? 4 of Wands. I also feel like somebody knew that they were going to be there. That's why I'm like, there's something weird about this plan. Someone knew they were going to be there before they were.
I mean, it was a friend's holiday. It was them and a group of friends, and they all went on holiday together. Okay.
It's like if someone was able to get their travel plans or something. I don't know.
I mean, typically when people go on holiday, they're not particularly quiet about it, are they? Think, oh yeah, I'm just going to go to Portugal for like 2 weeks and get some sun and let my hair down and just de-stress from work. People aren't quiet about their holiday plans.
I don't understand what that... I'm not quite understanding that. See? Chariots reverse, 10 of Swords, and Ace of Cups. That's a betrayal. It's almost...
You completely ignored these cards. You couldn't shoehorn it into your narrative, so you completely ignored these ones. 1 of Cups reversed is emotional loss, block creativity, feeling unloved. Chariot reversed. No direction, no control, aggression. And then the 10 of Swords is failure, collapse, exhaustion, victimization, betrayal.
It's like if you worked with someone that gave information or spilled information. Think of it like, I think inside job is a bit dramatic, but think of it like someone you know or someone you work with or something like that. I feel like had a hand in trying to get them either robbed or stolen or something from as well. I mean, I guess it could be a case of like two things happening at the exact same time as well. But I feel like there's somebody knew that they were going there. That's why I'm like, there's somebody that knew.
Yes, it was a friend's holiday. Lots of people knew that they were all going away. That's not that unusual.
There's somebody that knew that they were going to be on that trip beforehand that I feel like has a role to play in this as well. And I'm wondering if it's somebody that someone works with or something. It's weird. That part's weird. I can't really grasp that one, but I guess I would really need to look over the case, go over all the details, which I don't know if it's...
I mean, if you were doing this properly and not just spreading bullshit, then... I mean, if it's a psychic reading and you're divining with the universe or spirit or God or whatever you want to call it, the universe would know exactly what happened. And if you're divining with that, surely you would know exactly what happened and you wouldn't need to look into the case, or you would get it exact. Or, I mean, there's no getting it exact with the case because it's a cold case, but you would get some sort of definitive answer. And then if you researched it, things would be lining up.
I don't know if that's even going to help. And this is something that I don't think I'd be able to decipher unless I like literally was like knee deep in all the information, interviewing people, you know what I mean? So I'll just leave that alone. But Judgment card, 9 of Wands, and 2 of Cups. Remind me, was this the case where the parents gave the girl sleeping pills or something? Or is that a different case?
No, that's this case.
See, I probably should have looked that up.
Yeah, no, you probably should know the case if you're going to do something like this. The fact that you don't know the case makes this worse.
Judgment, 9 of Wands, and 2 of Cups.
Judgment. Why do I get the feeling that this doesn't fit? Self-evaluation, awakening, purpose, reflection. 9 of Wands is persistence, perseverance, close to success. Maybe a little bit of fatigue because you're nearly there, but just like that last push, keep going, you got it, sort of vibes. And then What was it? The something of cups? Two of cups, also upright, is partnership, close bonds, connection, joining forces, mutual respect. Yeah, this doesn't fit his narrative. That's why he sat there staring at it.
Oops. I definitely think the parents were overwhelmed. Look at that. 9 of Wands, Judgment card, and 2 of Cups. Definitely overwhelmed. Parents were definitely overwhelmed.
Doesn't fit. I mean, maybe if you're being very, very loose with it. I mean, maybe the 9 of swords, not swords, wands. 9 of wands, maybe a little bit, but not really. And it doesn't fit with either of the 2 cards. You can tell. You can tell he's scrabbling because it doesn't fit. He knows it doesn't fit. He sat there staring at it and he's like, well, mate, the parents were overwhelmed. Of course they were fucking overwhelmed. Their child just went missing. I mean, either they weren't involved and their child's gone missing and that's like the worst thing in the world, or they were involved and their child's gone missing and now they have to buckle down and not get caught. Of course they're overwhelmed.
I feel like it looks like the parents are overwhelmed and burnt out. Judgment card, 9 of Wands. Like there's a lot of chaos. Like it's really difficult. I don't know how old she was, but maybe she was like in that stage where like they're hyperactive and they're like they require a lot of attention or something. I'm not sure.
What, like most children? And she was 3. But that doesn't fit the Judgment card or the 2 of Cups at all.
Because the 2 of Cups is like them. I see them being like exhausted and needing a break and needing me time, like them just needing a time out. I'm wondering.
That would be maybe if it was reversed, but it's not reversed, so no, you're reaching. Shut up.
If that's why she was alone in the room, or was she even alone? See, I don't really remember all the details.
Yes, they left the children alone in the room. There were 3 children in the room, as far as I remember. They left the children alone in the room to go have dinner down the street. Or I think the hotel room was here and the restaurant was here. So like the hotel was within sight, I think, but they weren't keeping an eye on their kids.
But there's just this feeling of them being burnt out and at their wits' end. I don't really.
Which is a logical conclusion to jump to for people that go on holiday, because people go on holiday when they need a break. You're not getting that from the cards though, my love. You're getting that from your own brain.
I see them in the right frame of mind. It seems like they're really just like zombies. Like it's like if
like most parents of multiple children under the age of 3, or even just parents, just parents in general, to be honest. But oh my god, he's pissing me off.
If you were sleep deprived, jet lagged, stressed out, tired, and just needed a break. It's very strange. 5 of Cups reverse. Correct me if I'm wrong on the information in this case, by the way. I'm open to be wrong.
Oh, you're wrong. 5 of Cups reversed. Acceptance, finding peace, moving on.
5 of Cups reverse, Page of Wands reverse, and 2.
Page of Wands reversed. Hasty, impatient, lacking ideas, laziness. And then 2 of Wands upright. The planning, making decisions, leaving comfort, taking risks.
I also think the parents were fighting. 2 of Wands, there was a lot of fighting. And I think they also didn't want to fight around her, but they were fighting.
How did you get that from that? I mean, not with the 2 of Wands. I mean, maybe with the Page.
I don't know if they were picking over something serious or not. Could just be tired, but there's a little bit of argument too. I also don't think that the 2 of them trusted each other after this, which is kind of sad.
I mean, very few marriages survive the loss of a child in any context of loss. So, duh. What do you expect? I mean, I'm pretty sure they are still together, so, like, good for them, but okay.
But I get it. Okay. Devil card reversed, 6 of Wands, and Strength reversed.
Devil, Strength, 6 of Wands. I'm so over this. Wish I was better at tarot, so I didn't have to keep looking it up. 6 of Wands is victory, triumph, rewards, recognition, and Strength reversed is self-doubt, cowardice, forcefulness, inadequacy, that sort of thing.
I will tell you this is what I'll leave it on.
Yeah, so that doesn't make sense either, because it's like quite a negative card, quite a positive card, quite a negative card, and it doesn't make a narrative sense. So he's giving up.
Whoever did this because of a compulsion. They
obviously, child predators do have a compulsion. Like, it's not normal to want to abduct a child for any reason. let alone a nefarious one, which is what it looks like with Madeleine specifically. So obviously
did this for superficial reasons. I'm trying to be diplomatic with my words here,
and again, obviously,
I don't want to get censored. And Strength card went to reverse, and Devil card tells me this person has a lot of, what's the word? Oh, I want to be careful with how I word this because I don't want to get in trouble, but they have trouble being vulnerable or exposed. Think of it like someone who has shame.
Most shell predators have some form of shame. So again, duh.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Joe from You, when he's like, when one of the girls exposes him and he like freaks out and loses his mind. There's this person like does not want, it's like they have a compulsion to do things that are not okay. And when they feed that addiction or compulsion, they have this feeling of like shame, and that's when they become violent or aggressive and then try to hide whatever's going on.
Dude, you know you can't edit your videos, right? You don't have to leave these pauses in, you could edit it out.
In a psychopathic way. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. So I just feel like this person is...
I'm gonna leave it there, but I'm gonna carry on, okay?
I mean, evil is an understatement with the Devil card, but I would say that they...
The devil doesn't always mean evil. Also, the devil card is verse, so technically it would mean the opposite of evil, but I think I read death. Anyway, I meant the devil. And devil reverses independence, freedom, release, reclaiming power, reclaiming control. So it's a very positive card. So, not what he's saying at all.
They are...
AKARI, not my curtains. You can't cute your way out of this.
Cold and severely messed up in the head.
Maybe he did watch the documentary. Because he sort of went through this whole blackmail thing, somebody doing what they're not supposed to, and then whoop, straight over to PDF file. That's a jump from what he was trying to get at. Because he was like, oh, blackmail and ransom and manipulation to extremely messed up man, specifically. I know it normally is a man, but it's not always a man. Who is a PDF file. So, yeah, maybe he did watch the documentary. I do want to see when the documentary came out, so I don't care what he has to say now. It was Channel 4 Madeleine McCann documentary release date. Okay, it was released on the 7th, so the same day his video came out, but he recorded this before. I wonder if they did any interviews, like alluding to the documentary, talking about the man. Yes, on 3 days ago. That would have been the 7th though. So anything prior to 3 days ago. I mean, I think he's been a suspect for years, but it's just recently that, yeah, he's been a suspect for years. I'm pretty sure that's the same guy. He's been talked about for a long time in regards to Madeleine's case. Yeah, so I'm wondering if the people from Channel 4 or if people from The Sun did some sort of like advertising for the upcoming documentary, sort of hinting that it was about, is it Christian B? I'm not sure the man's name, but yeah, I wonder if it was that sort of line of thinking. Because if you have a new documentary coming out, you're gonna advertise it. I mean, aren't you? I mean, I was watching a news report advertising the documentary. When did that come out? 3 days ago. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that also would have been Wednesday. I don't know. It's a possibility, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure when they started advertising for the documentary, so I'll just leave that there. Wrapping up, you guys, nobody watches the end, so it's fine. I thought I'd shove this at the end rather than putting it at the beginning, which might have made people click off. But you guys made me go shopping. Technically, you didn't make me do anything. I am my own person with my own money, and you didn't make me do shit. But I noticed in my videos, I basically wore the variation of the same 3 t-shirts. And I didn't like it. And also with summer coming up, stop playing with my hair. Also with summer coming up, I needed some more summer clothes because it'd be warm and I don't have the wardrobe for it being warm. So you made me go shopping. If you guys would like to see any of that, I could do like a little throwaway video or something. But yeah, not all of it fits. I need to send a few things back, but it's fine. It's better than going shopping in person, you know what I mean? But this t-shirt is one of them. I had these trousers already. They're like, they're different colour legs. I hate my stomach, so I'm just gonna put that away. But yeah, the moon phases on the t-shirt, and it's like this really like thin material that like it's that material that if it gets wet, it's dry like immediately. So it's great for summer. But yeah, the moon phases, and then I got a cardigan on because it's kind of cold today. Well, it's not cold, it's just chilly. But yeah, if you want to see anything else that I got, I mean, it'll probably show up in videos. But yeah, and then I'm trying a thing with the makeup. So like, if you prefer it when I look like this, then let me know. If you don't care, then let me know too, I guess. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I think people tragedy baiting like this is absolutely disgusting. Let me know what you think. Like, do you agree? Do you not agree? If you don't agree, why? There's no right or wrong opinion. I'm curious. If you have any video requests that you'd like me to do, anything you want me to look at specifically, please let me know. I do have some ideas, but I'm getting kind of low on the paranormal video ideas because I'm very new to this and I also don't know what you guys want to see. So if you have any ideas or suggestions or anything, just let me know. No idea is a bad idea. I want to, across the board, I want to make the content that you want to make as well as the content I want to make. So if you have any ideas, just let me know. But with that, I will let you get back to the rest of your day and I will see you next time. Bye.